Hello, this is Joshua for Frost Dragon Designs, and today I'd like to talk to you about my D20 Dragon Heart Enamel pin. This little dragon is part of my D20 animal collection. I decided to get a little bit mythological and throw a dragon in because, well, dragons work in RPGs. Now let's get into the design. So if you regularly watch my videos, you'll probably notice that the large blue dragon head that was on the left-hand side, that is the dragon head from my large astral dragon pin, my big 4-inch astral dragon pin. And this D20 dragon pin was actually designed around that same time period that I was designing the astral dragon. And so, like I often do, I'm recycling some assets from pins that I've previously designed to just kind of speed up the design process on this one. So I borrowed that dragon head. Obviously, the triangle and the mounded earth at the bottom, that basic shape, I use that in all of my D20 animal pins, basically. A lot of the dice shapes I was able to just copy and paste from previous Black Cat RPG designs, because a lot of those feature dice. But I had to draw a few of them new for this specific pin design because, well, I wanted this dragon to be a dice hoarder, so I didn't want them to just have the D20 like the other D20 animals. I wanted them to have a full set of player dice for whatever TTRPG they are playing. And of course, because they are a dragon and they are hoarding, I also wanted to have a great big mound of golden coins. Now, these would have posed a particular challenge to do if I wanted all of the black lines to be done as enamel. And I do want the coins to have an individual look about them. But previously I had done a leprechaun cat, and he was in, a cauldron of gold coins like leprechauns tend to have. And my production partner suggested that I do those as screen printing the black lines over metal. And it worked out really well for the leprechaun cat. So I just decided, okay, that's the look I'm going to go for on this pin as well. Because it really allows for that really fine line detail that lets each coin have its own unique space instead of it just being, a lump of gold, which I've done that before too. I had some dragon coins that just kind of had this amorphous golden lump under them, and I didn't really care for how that looked in the final pins. So I really wanted each coin to stand out on its own in this design. So screen printing is what we went with, and I'm really happy with how it ended up looking in the final design. Now, a big challenge for this, as you're going to see throughout the whole video, you've probably already noticed, picking the colors for this design was a huge challenge for me, because different dragons have different looks. I didn't know what color I wanted the dragon to be. I didn't know what color I wanted the dice to be. I ended up picking, a red dragon, and I ended up going with kind of gold, amber, yellow, orange colors for the dice so that I could show, dimensions, so that I could show the light coming off of the fireball that he is breathing. And yes, that fireball is actually another pin that I've designed. The D20 fireball was from the same pin campaign as the Astral Dragon, and I just copied and pasted it into this file and shrunk it down a little bit. I mean, there's really no sense redrawing something that I've already drawn once, if I'm going to be doing pretty much the exact same thing a second time. It's good to recycle, right? Even if, in this case, we're not recycling like metal or plastic, but we're recycling my time. And I count that as a valuable resource, so maybe that's what we'll call it. We'll start calling it time recycling. The dragon itself was also a little bit of a challenge. You saw that I had started off with something kind of bigger, and then it went to the little chubby dragon, and then I tried doing like a sleeping dragon that was kind of nestled around the dice. I didn't quite like that, so I went back to the little chubby dragon. I didn't really have a sketch for this. A lot of times I'll do pen sketches ahead of time. This was not one of those times. This time I literally just wrote D20 dragon pin ? On one of my steno pads, and that's what I had to go on when I sat down to start working on this. So, I think for not really having much of a clue about what I wanted the final composition to be like, I think this one turned out pretty well. And it looks really good along with the rest of the D20 animal collection. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed watching me design this particular pin. I hope you enjoyed hearing a little bit of the thoughts that I had while I was creating it. If you did, please go ahead, like, and subscribe. I try to put out one new video every week, and I would love to have you along for the next one. So thank you so much for your time, and have a fantastic rest of your day.